guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a video I haven't done in quite a long time, so I'll go ahead and link below the previous time I did this. I don't even remember when I did it. I'll probably have some overlap. I have not watched that video, but I'm here to recommend my favorite romance booktubers that you need to be following, and I'm recommending everybody below 10,000 subscribers. So I do have some favorites, some personal friends of mine who have over 10,000, so they will not be in this video, but I have a good list of people that I absolutely love. Some I will say are dear friends of mine, so I'm a little biased in saying that I love their channel, but I have so many amazing creators that I am honestly shocked don't have a lot more followers than they do. I don't notice how many subscribers people have, and so I was like looking for my list and I was like, this person only has 2,000 subscribers, when in my mind I thought they were like close to 10,000. So I just love these people so much. They deserve so many more followers and subscribers. So take a look at them. If there's someone you want to follow, go ahead and give them a follow. These are all romance creators and I'm super excited to be talking about them because I love them all. So I'll go ahead and get to the list. We will start off with the beginning of my list. I just like threw them together. So the first one is Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life. This is someone where like I for sure thought they had 10,000 subscribers. I love Crystal so much as a person and a booktuber, and she's just fabulous. So her channel, she has a ton of reading vlogs. I want to say she typically does weekly reading vlogs, but she also does a lot of good recommendations. She reads, a lot of these people read what I do, so they'll read a wide variety of books. I feel like if you're a romance reader, you typically read a lot of different subgenres. So she loves historical, she loves dark like I do, she loves contemporary, she reads so much, and I really like, I feel like I'm gonna sound so repetitive because I'm gonna say I love this person so much. They have an amazing reading taste, they have similar tastes that I do, and I love interacting with them and talking to them, and that can be said about Crystal. I love her videos so much. Make sure you follow her, and she has the cutest dog. Like, Kazi is adorable and I love it when she shows him. So she also has her own shop. She runs her own small business, and it is like these little adorable figurines, and I'm just in awe of her as a person. She does a lot of weightlifting too, and I just love getting to know these people beyond reading, so make sure you go follow Crystal. I've already talked like 2 minutes about her, but go follow Crystal. The next two are people that I absolutely love, that I've become friends with because we got to spend the weekend together a couple weeks ago, and the first one is Tori from Novel Life. I love Tori so much. She, like I said, reads so many books that I read and love, and she reads so quickly. So she gets to listen to a lot of audiobooks during work, so she reads like twice the amount that I do. So some people say I read a lot, like Tori reads a lot, and she reads such a variety of genre as well. She loves historical, she loves contemporary, she loves dark romance, she loves Gianna Darling. She did a reading guide to Gianna Darling, and I just love watching her videos. Like, I will not miss one of her videos. She does do a lot of like special reading vlogs where they're themed. So we teamed up to do a Touch Her New Die reading vlog together, which I had so much fun doing, and I talk to Tori like every day. I love her so much, so make sure you check out Tori. I also have Sam from Sam Reads a Little. She's the other one that I went to that signing with, and I love Sam so much as well, though Sam and I do not share 100% the same reading taste. So there are some of my favorites that she has not necessarily enjoyed, but she does read a lot. I feel like historical romances we have a really similar taste to. We really love the same historical romances. She does read a lot of contemporary and dark as well, and like I said, we have like a lot of the same books that we read. And she also, the number one, we were talking about this when we were together, the number one video on her channel is accidental pregnancy romances, and that is one of my least favorite tropes, but she loves that trope. So if you love that trope, please go follow Sam. She has all the recommendations for you, but she also does a lot of different trope recommendations as well. I know she's done like Grump Sunshine, and she just did a recommendation video for something. I'm gonna go look real quick because I just watched her video. She did One Night Stand recommendations I just read. She did Damaged Heroes, which she did same as me, and we had a few books that overlapped. What I love about doing collab videos, because I did the Damaged Hero one with her and Tori, we all had maybe two of the same and all the rest were different. So she has great recommendations. She does some reading vlogs, and she's reading Gianna Darling's Anti-Heroes and Love Duet, and I just love watching her videos. She does love R.S. Gray too, so I feel like she also likes like fun contemporary romances that I don't typically get to, so if you're into that, please go follow Sam. Then I have Charles from Books on Stereo. I love Charles' content because he used to be the audiobook king, but I feel like he is branching out a little bit from audiobooks. He's doing really fun projects where he is interviewing a lot of authors. I know he just interviewed Gianna Darling, and what I love about his videos though is they're really short and quick and I can just breeze through them. So I definitely recommend checking out Charles. He also reads a lot of dark romances, forbidden romances, and he still listens to a lot of audiobooks, and I just really love how many fun projects that he's doing. So definitely check out Charles' channel. Then I have Mckay from Oh Hey It's Mckay. I don't even know how I found Mckay, but I have been obsessed with her videos ever since I found her because she reads almost exclusively indie romances, which is what I have started to really only read this year because I love indie romances, and she always has recommendations of ones that I've been dying to get to, especially like she just read the Ashley Jade book, The Words, I think. She's like on top of those releases that I really want to read, and then I get jealous that she's reading them all before me, but I love her videos. She is also a QB Tyler stan. She did a whole guide to QB Tyler. I had Mckay on my channel when we interviewed QB together, and it was so much fun, and I just love Mckay's channel and her recommendations. She also has really like in-depth longer videos, I feel like 20-minute videos that I can just sit down and really get a ton of recommendations from her. She's done a couple reading vlogs. I need to pull up her channel again too because she has really good tropes that she recommends as well. So all these people are like first on my subscribers list because I watch them all the time. Slow burn recommendations recently, and books she wished she could read for the first time. Oh yeah, I read Still Beating because I know that she loved it, and she loved Waking Olivia too. So books that I like absolutely love, she really loves as well. She does a lot of dark romance, taboo, forbidden. She does her taboo forbidden reading vlogs. So if you like my indie content, Mckay is someone you have to follow. The next two are also people who do a lot of indie content. So the first one is Michae from Michae Really Reads. Michae reads a lot of indie romance as well. I don't even know if any of her videos center around like non-indie romances because I read Kennedy Ryan because of her and JT Geisinger because of her in a couple of my reading vlogs that I use Booktubers as inspiration for those videos, and she does a lot of trope recommendations as well. So she actually did a whole video on specific tropes. So like people asked her for tropes, I believe, and she gave them for them. She's got I Hate Everybody But You. She read banned and forbidden books. She had single parent recommendations, her top standalones of the year, Touch Her and You Die romances, psychopath and serial killer romances. So all of the tropes that I love in my indie romances, she has a recommendation video for, so make sure you go and check her out. Oh, I guess she did read the Kiss Quotient series, but I feel like most of what she reads are indie romances, so definitely make sure you check Michae out for those recommendations. Another person that I'm obsessed with is Manda from Gingersnappedreads. I recently found her a couple months ago and will watch everything she puts out. I love her videos. She recently did a dark romance recommendation video, and I was like, I need to read every single one of these books, and she actually did a video where she read my favorite books, which was a lot of fun to watch, and she does a lot of things with her friends on YouTube, so she has a lot of reading sprints that I love to sit and watch on like a Sunday night. I'll join for a couple hours and read until I fall asleep watching. She likes some reverse harem, she likes, like I said, dark romances, and a lot of Kindle Unlimited romances. She is on top of also new releases, so I know that she read Darling Venom, and that was recently released, and I think she's trying to read Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. So she is on top of the new releases if you want to follow someone who does chat about that, and I just love watching her channel. I love her personality. I love how she talks about books, so make sure you check out Manda. Next, I have Averie from Ava Reads Romance. I love Averie. I've been following her for a long time, and first of all, she is like the Ice Planet Barbarians queen. She loved and shouted about that series like way before it became popular, and she, I think, has read like every Ruby Dixon books. It is insane. She loves sci-fi fantasy romances, so I really love going to her channel for those kinds of fun recommendations. She does also read a lot of indie romances as well, and a lot that I haven't heard of. She recently did a novella recommendation video that I really loved and got some new recommendations. She loves Jessica Kane, and I'm pretty sure she read Cassie Mint as well, who I've become obsessed with, and she loves ebooks, so she'll do like how to find cheap ebooks. She'll do a lot of ebook hauls, so if you read more on an e-reader, I think Averie is someone really great for you to follow for those recommendations. She also does a lot of trope recommendations. She has romance recommendations where the hero falls first. She has sports recommendations. She has Kindle Unlimited rec. So like I said, if you are an e-reader, I would highly recommend following Averie, but like if you need romance recs in general, give her a follow, especially if you love like sci-fi fantasy. Check her out. Another person I love that is close to 10,000 is Lisa from Remarkably Lisa. Lisa and I have such similar tastes in historical romances, so if you follow me at all for my historical romance content, you have to check out Lisa. I feel like you've heard of her if you follow me at all. I talk about her all the time. She gives me such good historical romance recs, and she reads historical romances though that not a lot of people talk about. So she has a lot of authors that I discover because of her, which I really appreciate, because we all read like Tessa Dare, Julia Quinn, Sarah McLean. We all read like the typical bestsellers of historical romance, but she delves into like Shanna Galen. I think she likes Vivian Lorette. She is the reason why I started reading Lorraine Heath. So if you get any historical romance recs from me, make sure you follow Lisa. Lisa also reads a lot of contemporary. She tries out so many different genres. She'll do like thriller videos, and she's hilarious. So if you want someone to follow who has an amazing personality and who I'm personally really good friends with, check out Lisa. Someone I'm also super just crazy ecstatic for that started a channel is Tiffany from Tiff Talks Pages. She's actually Neverland Pixie on Instagram, and I knew her before she started her channel because she has the best recommendations, and I love how she talks about books. She will have these really in-depth, passionate Instagram chats about what she's reading in her Instagram stories, and I absolutely love her. I know she's been on Jen's channel a lot for things like interviewing authors and her live shows, and so I am so happy that she joined BookTube, and you have to follow her. I just am so excited anytime she posts a new video. She reads so many books, and she's into historicals and contemporary and indie, and I know she's a huge Sophie Lark fan, and she did a trailer reaction to Bridgerton, and I just love her so much. She was actually on our Historical Hellions live show for February, and it was so much fun chatting with her the whole time. And talk about someone with an amazing personality. You just have to follow Tiffany if you like someone who is very passionate about the book she's talking about and really goes in depth and is very thoughtful about what she's saying about the books. So please give Tiffany a follow. She is genuinely like brand new to BookTube. She started like a month ago, and I'm so excited to see what content she's going to come out with. Someone else that I've recently discovered that recently-ish started BookTube is Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl. So Cheyenne is someone who also reads similar. I feel like she's very similar to Sam from Sam Reads a Little in the kinds of books that she likes. I actually have a video coming out with Cheyenne on Wednesday where we read a romance for a reading vlog that I'm not going to tell you what it is, but she does a lot of vlogs. I just watched her video on new releases that she's anticipating, which I thought was really fun because I'm really bad at keeping up with books that come out, and so it was really cool to see books that she was excited for that I might not have heard of. And she talks about some authors that I've never heard of that are indie authors that I'm really excited to check out. She did do a few reading vlogs, like reading people's favorite books. She read Sam's favorite books. She had a video for books to get you out of a reading slump, KU Recs. She has book hauls, Friend of Lovers Recs. So I have had a lot of fun time watching her channel. She joined 2 months ago, so make sure you go give her a follow if you want to follow a newer creator on BookTube. And like I said, she does read a lot of like contemporary romances, indie, and traditionally published, and I think you should check her out. I also have Robin from Paperbacks and Planners. So Robin does read a lot more traditionally published romances than I do, but she gets me really excited for them. So I just watched her recent reads or her winter wrap up, one of them. She did both of them recently, and so I watched it, and she got me really excited for Alexandria Bellaflour's new book that came out, and just the way she talked about it sounded like it would be something that I would be really into. So she has a way of talking about books that I'm like, yes, I need to pick that up. I love her videos. She also does anticipated releases. She does some reading vlogs and TBRs, wrap-ups. She does end up getting to a lot more traditionally published romances than I do, but she still reads indie. She reads a lot of romance. I love watching her videos. She also started more recent, so she has been on BookTube for 5 months. So if you have not yet heard of Robin's channel or given her a follow, make sure you check her out as well. There's also Nayema from Naomis Reads. I've talked about Nayema before on my channel. I have read a few of her recommendations in some of my videos where I took recommendations from BookTube, but she also reads a lot of indie romances and a lot of like dark, forbidden, taboo romances that I absolutely love. So I'm really excited whenever she has a new video because I know there will be books that I will want to read based on her recommendations. She has videos for swoony romances. She's done age gaps. She does so many trope recommendations. That's why I really love following her as well. She does slow burn. She has done toxic romances. I get some of my video ideas from her. So she did do her favorite toxic romances, and I then did my messy romances video because I was like, this is something I did not know was something I loved. So I really like her ideas and how she does things that not a lot of people are doing. She has The Guy Falls First, she has dark romances for the spooky season, and she does have some lighter content too, so she has her favorite rom-coms, but I really love following Nayema. Then there's Elle from Red Over Heels with Elle. I actually got to meet her in Nashville, so it was super exciting, but Elle's channel I also discovered a few months ago, and I just really love her videos. She also reads a lot of the same books I do, including historical romance, though. I feel like it's harder to find historical romance booktubers on YouTube, and so Elle really does like historicals, but she also loves contemporary and a lot of the same indie romance authors I do, so I was just watching her February wrap-up. She read Lauren Asher, she read Krista and Becca Ritchie, she also read Waking Olivia and really loved it, which is one of my favorites of the year. So she has a lot of fun trope recommendation videos as well, and I just love how like calming her videos are, so definitely check out Elle if you like the books that I talk about, because she reads so many of the same kind of things that I love, so you would definitely like her channel. Speaking of historical romance, Samantha from Books with Samantha, I talk about her all the time as well. We do run our book club together, which is the Historical Hellions book club, and so Samantha loves historical romance, and so I love seeing what she's reading. She reads a lot of sapphic romances, she reads a lot of Omega-verse romances, reverse harems, and she does not like mafia romances, which is really funny because she's like, I've tried a few, I just don't like them. So I think that's really interesting to see the variation of like romance genre, subgenre preferences that different booktubers have, but I love watching her videos. She does a lot of like trope weeks, so she does that especially during Valentine's Day, where every single day is a different trope, and I just love her as a person. I love her personality, I love her content, so definitely check out Samantha. Then we have Rachel from Rachel Reads and Sings. I love Rachel as well. She is a friend of mine, and she is actually going to be interviewing Joanna Shupe with me because I know she really loves Joanna Shupe, especially The Lady Gets Lucky. And so Rachel reads a lot of historical romances as well, and I love watching her historical romance content. She has started doing her wrap-ups where she does her makeup while she talks about the books that she's read, and so I really love watching those videos. She does like really great makeup looks with her routines that she shows. Same with Samantha from Books with Samantha. Her makeup is always spot on gorgeous, so I'm always jealous of how well they do their makeup. But Rachel is just so much fun to watch. I love seeing her perspective on all the books that come out. She does read a mix of indie and traditionally published books, so definitely check Rachel out. I also recently followed Victoria from Victoria's Romance Reads. She has a lot of trope recommendations as well, and a lot of fun like indie sci-fi sometimes, so I know that recently she's read some sci-fi that she's recommended. In a few of her videos, I feel like a lot of them were sci-fi romances, which makes me really want to read more of them, but she has Addicting Romance series, Grump Sunshine, Fake Dating, Heroines in STEM, which is a lot of fun. She has Single Parent, novellas, Brother's Best Friend. She like has so many good trope videos and just topics that she does videos for, and she just like pops out those videos. I swear like every other day she has a new video, and so I really love following her. She has really fun recommendations, not ones that I typically hear a lot of people talking about, so if you want someone who talks about romances that aren't what everyone else talks about, definitely check out Victoria. Then I have Jessen from Jessen Reads Romance. I love Jessen so much. She can talk for hours about books, and I just love her videos. She recently did a video that's an hour long because she has been in nursing school, so she has not been able to do as many videos as she used to, but she is still making videos, and I really love watching about all the books that she's read. I gotten a lot of really great recommendations from her, and she is also someone who loves historical romances, so I've gotten a lot of historical romance recs from her as well, and she feel like she's like already read everything that I really want to read. She has been a huge fan of Bridgerton for years, and so I really love seeing her perspective on books that she likes to reread sometimes, and ones that I'm dying to read as well that I haven't gotten to yet. And she also has a podcast that she runs with her aunt that I think is really fun, so I just love Jessen so much. Check her out. Even though she has not been able to upload as much lately, she has like a bazillion videos you can watch, so definitely follow Jessen. This video is gonna be so long. I didn't mean for it to be so long. Then I have Jasmine from XO Jazzle. Jasmine actually started out as a TikToker and moved over on to a booktube, so I really love seeing her on YouTube as a platform, and she does post shorts like from her TikTok, but she does have wrap-ups that she does, trope recommendations. She loves the Krista and Becca Ritchie Addicted series, so she has chatted about about those books, but she also reads a lot of indie romances as well, beyond what's popular on TikTok, so she still reads a lot that you can get new recommendations from her. So check her out, and if you haven't yet, also follow her on TikTok because I really do love her TikTok content as well. Then there's Reagan from Ray Reads. Reagan also reads a lot of indie romances, and she has a lot of romances that I am dying to read that I have at the top of my TBR because she's talked about them and talked about how much she loves them. A lot of her videos are just wrap-ups, TBRs, and reading vlogs, but I think her reading vlogs are a lot of fun, and she always does like the spinner wheel for her TBR, which I think is fun, and that way you get to see like what books she's interested in reading. And she also does, like I said, a lot of indie romances. She loves Kennedy Ryan, she's read Gianna Darling, and I think it's fun following her. She reads a lot on her Kindle as well with like Kindle Unlimited recs. She has a whole video dedicated to Kindle Unlimited book recommendations, so check out Reagan if you haven't yet. Then I have Leticia from Books and Bees. I have been loving her videos. She has so many trope recommendations. So her last one was if you have daddy issues, here are books for you. She has lots of reading vlogs with like age gap, dark romances. She has spicy romance recs for the single ladies. She just has such fun ideas and I love her thumbnails. She has Taboo. She started a dark romance book club. She has bad boy romances. I feel like if you really like the dark bad boy forbidden taboo romances that I love, you would really love her channel, so check her out. Like I said, her video ideas are so fun, so I really love seeing a new video in my subscription box from her, so give her a follow. And those are all my favorite romance booktubers. Make sure you check them all out. I will have everybody listed down below, and let me know if you have any other smaller creators that you would love for me to check out, and let me know your favorite people to follow. And that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.